Ned Yost led the Royals to the postseason for the first time in 29 years in 2014, and he has been named a finalist for the American League Manager of the Year award. MLB.com Royals reporter Dick Kaegel joining us now. And Dick, just that alone, the fact that Yost helped the team end that drought, is that enough for him to be Manager of the Year?
Yeah, I think so. That was a great accomplishment, certainly. My gosh, last time they got in, Dick Hauser was the manager, and that was, 6 or 7 managers ago, I think. I think I lost count, but Ned did a superlative job. I mean, he took these kids, he whipped them into shape last season. If you remember, they made a pretty good run at the wild card berth last year. And then this year, he thought they were ready. He brought them along. He told them they were pretty good, but they didn't quite believe it until the last couple of months, and then they caught fire.
You mentioned all the young players, and he never gave up on any of those young players before this season. How much did that pay off during this season?
Oh, I think tremendously, because, in their formative years, Hosmer, Moustakas, name a couple, Salvador Perez, of course, came on very strong to begin with, but some of these kids he had to kind of nurse along. Even Alex Gordon, he was a little slow getting going with his career, and Ned, who's been around now 5-6 years now, did a great job of being patient with these guys.
That Royals bullpen was certainly special with Kelvin Herrera, Wade Davis, and Greg Holland. How much credit does Yost deserve for really figuring out the best way to use those 3 guys and then just riding them all season?
Tremendous amount. Of course, Dave Island figures into that as well as Doug Henry, the bullpen coach. But, these guys were there. They certainly showed their promise. And last year, Ned sent Herrera down a couple of times because he kept giving up home runs. And finally, Kelvin figured something out. Wade Davis was a starter most of last season. But they put him in the bullpen in September, and they saw something. And he was in the bullpen all this year. Holland, of course, was real good last year and even better this year. So it all kind of came together for him real nicely, and Ned learned how to use these guys.
Now, Yost is a finalist along with Buck Showalter and also Mike Scioscia in the American League. When all the votes are counted up, who do you think ends up winning AL Manager of the Year?
I think Yost will, because I think Yost made the most impressive impact during the season. He kept bringing these guys, out of the depths and back up again, and had them running right down to the end. And the votes, of course, were taken before the postseason. And as Ned himself said, I think I did my best work in the postseason. I think I'll finish third, but I think he'll finish first.